Hey guys! I'm running a little bit behind tonight, sorry. It's been one of those nights, and apparently I should have watched the weather before coming out. We have like gale force winds, so bear with me. I never seem to check the news on Friday night live streams. So, how are you guys doing? I keep seeing somebody pop in and out. I see like the number go up one and go down one, go up one and go down one. Let's do the Filthy Frank dance. Make up your mind, in, out, preferably in, not out, but anyway. I'm just getting everything set up, guys. For some reason, I keep typing in YouTube, and it comes up as a big U, and it's like, stop that. I'm getting the chat geared up on my computer, so give me just 1 second. So if you guys are messaging me, asking me anything, I probably have no idea what you're saying right now. How are you guys doing tonight with the hurricane coming? We're having some issues right now. Let's see. Oh, the weather is right, Daniel. How are you? Hi, Daniel. How are you? You started making videos on your channel. You will have to send me... Do you have Instagram or Twitter? I'm glad to hear you're good. And did anybody in the chat, did anybody work today? My phone is blowing up right now. Nobody ever wants to message me until I'm live streaming. Then everybody messages me. You don't have Instagram or Twitter. Can you email? Because I know some people don't like to email. I like to email, but I forget about my email sometimes. So, let's see. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Daniel. Actually, you're probably located in a really good state. You don't get hit with the hurricanes. I picked a different chair tonight so I can rock. I like it. So I've got like 20 messages, no joke, on Instagram and Twitter asking, are you still live streaming tonight? Yeah, Daniel, Evil said did you showed up to his live stream earlier, and you were in it, and you were you asked him if I was live streaming tonight, and that made me feel good because I was working today. You're not late, Evil. You're not late at all. That made me feel good because I was working, and he messaged me and he was like, yeah, he asked if you were having a live stream tonight. And I was like, oh, that made me feel good that people are asking if I was live streaming. So that made my day because today was rough at work. On the channel I used to make videos. Can you look me up? My name and it should show. Okay, I can do that. The name of your channel is what? Just to make sure, because I think I know what it is, but I'm slow sometimes. Apparently my job is really busy right now because of the hurricane. So my job is booming. I got a bunch of, okay, I'll look that up. That's what I thought it was, but I didn't just want to, say it and be like, I'm wrong. Streaming, hopping tonight, because I probably... Oh, I almost didn't live stream tonight because I heard several narrators were live streaming tonight. I almost just said on it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If it ends up being a slow night, then I'll cut the stream short and just go on. Because it seems like everybody's real busy tonight. And, I don't know. I don't really want to... I don't really want to live stream if everybody's busy and having to like jump between live streams because of me. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll give it about 30 minutes, and if it seems like it's going kind of slow, I will just cut the stream off. Yes, the wind is pretty bad here today. I again didn't check the weather before I started live streaming, and we're having terrible weather. I know you don't mind, but I don't like being in the way, because I know Dark Somnium's live streaming, and I think 2 other people were live streaming. And I guess that kind of aggravated me because a lot of the people that were live streaming just suddenly decided at the last minute to live stream at the same time I was. So I was like, oh, hey Leon, how are you tonight? And yes, the wind is terrible. I should have really looked into what the weather was going to be like before live streaming, but I didn't. Like a goober. I was supposed to remind you something, Daniel. We were going to talk about story time. I'm sorry if it jiggles. I hit the table and it jiggles all over the place. Really? Oh, it's a blowy day. Sorry. Leave it to me. Anyway, we're going to talk about creepy stories that happen to us. We're going to talk about horror related stuff. I don't know. We're going to see how this goes. I'm not going to make a big deal because I don't know how long the live stream's going to last. So we'll see how it goes and what we're going to do. I don't know. How are you guys doing this Friday? I know there's a lot of people coming in the chat, and I've asked that 3 times already, but I'm just trying to make sure everybody stays. You watched Hocus Pocus, Leon. I watched half of it. I got stopped because kids didn't want to watch it, and I got outvoted. So they tortured me until I turned it off. So it's like, oh look, another glorious movie that we will not watch. So, but Daniel, we were talking about last night, scary stories, and you talked about, I am good too, and I'm tired. I'm feeling that level right now. I am so tired that it's not funny. I want to go to bed, but I don't want to go to bed, so I'm hoping. I drank a giant frozen Coca-Cola, so I'm hoping that I will be all good. Yes, I was about to say that, when someone broke into your house, what happened? Because, I mean, that's terrifying. I may not make it through the night, because, woo, that's blowing hard. I got my own horror story going on right now. The time I live stream and blew away. I would have been in your live stream earlier, but I work from 8 to 2 or 3. So if you guys have any live streams between 8 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, I'm not going to be there. I would get fired if I got caught trying to watch a live stream. We could always do what later? What are we going to do later? Leon, talk to me. What are we going to do later? It is really blowy here. My hair's just like floating upward and upward. And it's blowing in all directions. It's like over here, and it's over here, and it's in front of me. So I'm like trying to shield myself like a boxer, but it's just not going very well. Anyway, it will be alright. Somebody just messaged me. Get out of my face. I don't like it. I can probably do it. I can try for a little bit. I have to work Saturday and Sunday. So we'll see. I should be able to do it. And I don't think it seemed weird. Everybody was telling me earlier when I got off of work, they're like, you're acting really weird, Lily. And I need to put it in a bun. But see, the last time I put it in a bun, somebody like messaged me. It's like, what is that? What are you wearing? Ew. So I don't know if I want to do a bun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Daniel in the chat said, I was 15 when this happened. I was at home in the basement cleaning, and I heard the dogs barking at something. The next thing I know, the front door opened and someone started to walk around. That is not at all creepy. And I mean that sarcastically. That is freaking creepy. Yeah, Evil, I've been acting weird all day. Even at work, they were like, you're really quiet. You know, I've only worked with them for a week now. And for them to immediately notice that I was too quiet really got to them, or got to me, that they noticed already that I was really quiet. I've been really off today. It's just one of those things. I don't know how your weather is where you're at, but the weather is like psycho here. It was like 80 yesterday, and today I think it was 69, and right now it feels windy and cold. I don't know how I could tell that. I'm eating my hair. Yes, hurricane. Yes, I know. I'm trying to figure out as we don't live close enough to the hurricane to be experiencing this, but we are apparently. Was it Hurricane Delta? We're running out of names. Stop hurricanes. We're running out of names. Next thing they'll have a Hurricane Lily. Yeah, we need to watch, last night, just lost a tree. that's how strong the winds are. I just lost a 50-pound tree over there. Last night, Boggs kept sending little, links, and I got flagged for it last night. YouTube is holding back monetization because we kept sending links last night. So let's not put links in the chat anymore, because apparently YouTube got highly offended that we were sending links to movies. So Leon says, by the way, plugging a horror podcast, Scared to Death. I don't think I've heard of it. Okay, Danian says, I waited a little while. The guy was walking around looking at things, so I grabbed a weapon and ran upstairs to confront him. When I ran upstairs, I heard the guy cussing and ran out the door. Whew, that went better than I was expecting you to tell me. I really... Whew. Then I called my parents and told them what happened. You are brave, my friend, because if somebody broke in my house, I don't care if they ran out the door, I would be like, and running out the door too. Okay, they're going in Greek letters of the hurricane now. Good, I'm out of it. We've had so many hurricanes, we're now resorting to a different alphabet. I'm glad you didn't find out who it was, because probably if you would have found out who it was, you might not still be here. Oh, you are right. Okay, I'm hopefully going to pronounce your name right. Jigga Jinx. Fingers crossed and knock on wood that I got that right. Yes, I'm glad we haven't had a Category 5. I've got family in Florida right now, and I don't want to have to worry about them. I got family in some of the other southern states, so I don't really want that. All right, Kevin, go back to bed. You get the daytime, I get the nighttime. If you're not used to the chat, if I gotta correct you. Yes. If you're new to the chat, I have white privileged Kevin and Karen next door that seem to always show up in my live stream. One of these days, I'm just gonna raise the camera up to show you guys them, since they so desperately want to be a part of my YouTube. Let's go for it. What are they gonna do? Be worse neighbors? We're not worried about that. Did you get to see their face? Like, did you get to see, like, the person who broke in your house face? Because I would... No, good. Good, okay. Because usually if you see their face, they're not going to just run out the door. They're going to make sure they kind of make you quiet for, you know. When is Kevin not causing trouble? I expect him to be out here mooing to the wind, you know. Let's see. Daniel. Oh gosh. The only way these live streams could get any better is if you guys were sitting here with me doing the live stream. That's about the only way these streams would get better. You guys are awesome. After the long day we had today, I'm so tired. I know, I wish Kevin would go back to sleep. It would make my nights better. I've seen his light flip on like 12 times. Last night, you guys missed it. I apparently cut the live stream short. Freebird! Apparently I cut the live stream short just in time. Right after I hit end on the live stream, I'm sitting here and I'm getting everything set up for it to go on and upload. And all of a sudden, every light outside flips on, and he is screaming. I don't know, at his dog, his wife. I don't know, but he's screaming. And I lost it. I was just like, "You're joking me!" And it got deadly quiet. And I just had like this tirade. And I hear his wife screaming at him afterwards. So, let's hope. I don't know if he was drunk. If he's not drunk, he's the weirdest person I've ever met. So, Leon says yes, we need to protect the house and the tree from the yes, Voldemort has sent his Gale Force winds down here to destroy me. I shall survive. Wingardium Leviosa. If only that would work and my ex would just float away. Bye-bye. Kids don't do drugs. Yeah. I need to take a picture of my neighbor and say, this is the poster for why you shouldn't drink or do drugs. So, yeah. I got the funniest, I gotta tell you guys this, I got the funniest email today. Apparently they got a hold of my email from my Instagram account, I guess. And they emailed me, and they're like, "Hey, I know that you like Filthy Frank, and we're trying to bring back the days of, the old days of YouTube. I need you to check out my channel." Okay, sure, why not? I'll do it. I checked it out, and it was interesting. And I messaged him back, and I was like, it was really good. I found it interesting. And he's like, you would be great at this. And I was like, I probably would be good at this if YouTube would stop flagging me for everything. I can't do nothing. I get flagged. Flagged. Don't do drugs, kids. Okay. Oh, no. When I say Filthy Frank, I'm talking about old school YouTube, like iDubbbz, Filthy Frank, Max Mofo, anything for the views, How To Basics. I'm talking about like the old school OGs of YouTube that made YouTube what it should be now. But hey, we get offended at everything, so we gotta cancel everyone. So, and I'm gonna get off of that before I start some tirade. Yes, Jigga, old YouTube was great. I'm going to be honest with you. They didn't care what they said. They did what they wanted, and they did it for the laughs. So, nowadays you gotta watch everything say. If I say peep the wrong way, I'm going to get flagged. So, maybe what we need to do is get a bunch of YouTubers together and say, forget if YouTube pays us or not. Let's just have fun and see what happens. And maybe show YouTube what they're missing, you know? Not to be ugly or anything. If you're under a certain age, then you shouldn't be on the internet. That's what my mom told me when I was a kid, when internet first started making it big. She didn't, she's like, I don't want you, on the internet. That's what I tell my kids. Of course, my kids come home, I get to get on YouTube at school. And I'm like, joy. And then my oldest one tells me today, she's like, oh yeah, we have Chromebooks in class. Now, she's not even she's nowhere near high school. So I was shocked to hear that she has a Chromebook. And she's like, guess what I did? I'm just like, my luck is she's fixing to tell me that she looked up Filthy Frank and showed all of her friends. And I'm going to get a call from the school. And she's like, no, I told everybody that my mom's a YouTuber. This is my mom. She showed her teacher, too. Her teacher messaged me earlier. She's like, I thought you worked at a hotel. I do. Why? She's like, your daughter showed us your YouTube channel. You don't say. Whatever shall we do? She's like, I don't know. Everybody seemed to like it. I was like, oh my gosh, she was playing my videos in class. I know it's a levitation spell, Evil. I'm hoping to levitate him out of my life. That's what I'm getting at. Wingardium Leviosa. Go, my friend. Fly in the wind. Jump on your broomstick and fly, fly away. And I'm trying to be really, really cordial with with Voldemort, because I'm 90% sure Voldemort literally watches every one of my live streams and every one of my videos. Do you know how I know? I get like this sixth sense when he's around. So, yeah, I know he's watching. I don't want to kill him, because isn't that the killing curse? I mean, I'm not completely well versed in Harry Potter, but isn't that the killing curse? I'm allowed to use the forbidden curses? My life is solved. Well, I don't want to kill him, because I don't want to kill him. Well, let me rephrase. I don't want to go to jail. But wait, I guess if I use that curse, wouldn't he just like disappear? That one's good too. I was trying to be polite and just make him float away, but we can get into this. We can be like, yeah, boo. We can make it theatrical. I don't mind. Scare him away, you know. The wind is like, I'm eating my hair. I'm gonna end up, what's that one? Like I said, I love Harry Potter, but I'm not completely well versed in it. Oh, we need to get the sisters. Let's get the the Hocus Pocus sisters here. Oh, okay. I'm slow tonight. I like Skyrim. I got to play half of it before I left Voldemort. And he has the Xbox, so... Sad face. I do like Skyrim, but I'm gonna say something blasphemous. I like Oblivion better. Everybody's gonna come at me now. I don't know why. I guess maybe because it's the first... It was one of the first video games I played. So I have like a soft spot for it. I like Skyrim. I'm not saying that I don't like it. I love it. Okay, good. I was afraid that you're going to be like, oh, you don't like Skyrim the best? And I'm going to be like, and hide in behind my hair. But I love Oblivion. But I do love Skyrim, so I'm not going to be mean about it. And I did play some of the older ones, like Morrowind and Daggerfall. I did play those. I still like Oblivion and Skyrim, so. They are both great games. I will say that. I will not say that. I have troubles picking. What is your favorite characters to play in Oblivion and Skyrim? Like, what's your favorite? Like, is there one that you pick every time you play? I'm gonna wait. Somebody says... Okay. Morrowind is very good, I will say. What happened? There was a comment. There it goes. I probably would have got into Morrowind better, but Voldemort always bugged me about it, so I guess because he mentioned it, I just didn't want to. Argonian. I like Argonian. High Elf. You guys are gonna probably think that I'm weird. My favorite character to play in Oblivion and Skyrim is a Nord. I like the Nords. I like Orc. I've played as all of them in Oblivion, but I don't know why, but I always go back to the Nord. I always go back to her, and I make her... Oh, frick, yeah. What do you have to tell me, Leon? Evil, what are you confused about? Speak to me. What are you confused about? I can understand that. Argonians are awesome. I've played as an Argonian. I actually had one of my second favorites is Orc. I played that one a lot. You killed a whole frick. I think I did too, so I can't say much. It took me forever in Skyrim to realize what the world I was doing. I had to start over. So Skyrim, Oblivion, I did not start over and over and over with. I picked my Nord, I loved my Nord, I worked with my Nord was awesome. But Skyrim, I've started over so many times that I've never got through the game. And now I don't have an Xbox, so I'm just like... with the kill camera. About Elder Scroll talk. Why are you confused about it? Did you not know that I play video games sometimes too? I'm not well versed in video games, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm okay at it. Actually, I'm pretty good. The one thing that Voldemort always complimented me on was my gameplay. So apparently I was pretty good because he'd be like, he would throw the controller and I'd be like, I'm done playing because you're better than me. And I'm like, I forgot how I killed Ulfric. I can't remember. Evil, you've never played? Then I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to steal Voldemort's Xbox, and I'm going to head to Texas, and I'm going to let you play it. Because I have both. I will try that one. Because I'll straight up... I like playing video games by myself, only because, like I said, Voldemort was very, very rude about gameplay. See, he's been playing since he was a kid. My parents wouldn't let me play video games when I was younger. The only way I could play a video game is if I went to someone's house. Well, girls do not have the same games that boys have. These girls have like Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, Sonic. There's probably about 15 more that girls play. And so like I would go over, like I had to babysit 3 boys. One was not much younger than me, so I was trying to figure out why I was babysitting. I think he had a crush on me. So I think that might be why I babysat him. And I would go over there, and that's how I got introduced to Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z. It was fun. I could be really girly, but I also liked hanging out with guys because they had the better games, and they had the better ideas on playing. So that's how I learned a lot of games like, that weren't the typical what girls played. So, I also didn't just play with Barbies. I had cars and G.I. Joes. It was fun growing in my house. My parents didn't stifle me to one, you're a girl, play as a girl. So, Kirby. Cool, okay. I will look that up as soon as I get an Xbox. It's on my list of to-dos. Oh, I missed somebody who's in here. Mid-South Sasquatch. And I'm not good at pronouncing Sasquatch, so do not make fun of me. Hey, how are you? Right now, we're just talking about video games. We're fixing to get into more different stuff. Doom. I got introduced to Doom when I babysat for these boys. They had Doom, and I played like the old school. And then later I got to play Doom as well. And of course, I can't think of the Doom I played, but Voldemort got it. And I was playing, and I'm like freaking out because I've never really played a game like Doom. When I played with it when I was younger, it's been years, I don't remember it. So I'm playing this game and I'm going along, and the first creature that attacks me, I'm like, ah! And I'm like jiggling the controller and screaming, and I think I've played a little bit of Halo. Are you leaving, Leon, or are you just talking about that's something that you need to do? I tried, I think, not too long ago, BDRP got a hold of me and mentioned doing some stories, and I said I was totally up for it, just hit me up. And I think he's been busy. So I need to probably message him again and kind of pester him a little bit and tell him, hey, if you got anything, I'm here. I played like the original NES, the Nintendo 64, PlayStation, the old school PlayStation. I loved babysitting these boys because they had some of the most awesome things for me to play. And hi, Outrum, how are you? Monster Hunter. I have not heard of that one, and I will look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now. So I always say I'm gonna look things up. I'm afraid everybody. I'm glad you're doing good. Are you close to where the hurricane is? Because like apparently we are, and I've literally had my hair going like this all night. I have a scarf. It's a hair scarf. Awesome. I'll message D. I always love working with D. The first time he messaged me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I hadn't had my channel 6 months, and he messaged me. I mean, it was so exciting because out of probably the hundreds of collabs I've done, his collabs was always like top priority. I always loved it. Oh, that sucks. Somebody stole your Nintendo 64? Fallout. Yes, Outrun. Thank you. Good. I'm glad you're in Kentucky because it's a little as Daniel said earlier, it's real blowy here. So yeah, I also had like the original Game Boy that was like black and white. Dreamcast. If I'm not mistaken, Voldemort used to talk about that he had a Dreamcast and it was his favorite. I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't played video games. I'm not well versed in video games. I have some that I'm real good at. Like some of my favorites, and it's gonna sound crazy, but I like Doom, Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout. I am real torn because the first Fallout I ever played was Fallout 3. And then I got Fallout New Vegas. And I had a lot of arguments with somebody that they were like, New Vegas is better than Fallout 3. And I think I just like Fallout 3 because it was one of my firsts. So since it's one of my firsts, this is my favorite. So Oblivion, Fallout 3, I'm trying to think. I know there's more in there. Castlevania. Oh, good. You think 3. I'm glad you said 3 too. Makes me feel good. I need to play Red Dead Redemption. I only got to play part of it, but I need to play it. Fable. I like Fable. I'm trying to think. Oh, one of my favorites, and a lot of people are probably gonna think I'm weird as crap, but one of my favorites is Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2 and all the expansion packs. And it's on the old Xbox that I don't have. I love Fallout 3. I mean, Left 4 Dead. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Thank you for stopping by. I'm so glad you did. I will message D and pester him a little bit. I need to stop by the next time he has a live stream and say hi. Things have been crazy here with work and everything. Yes, you can play on Xbox One and Xbox 360 still, believe it or not. The last console I had was the Xbox 360. I was fixing to upgrade to a 1, but might be one tonight. I will look. Evil DDoS is from the BDRP. It's a YouTube channel. One of my first collabs, it was him and Mortis Media. Those were the first two people that were like bigger than me, way bigger than me, messaged me. And DDoS, He does a lot of awesome stuff, like with, yes, okay, good, you know who it is. I will check it out. I will try to check out and see if he has one tonight, because I would like to stop by. I miss his live streams. Well, of course, my favorite character from Left 4 Dead is Zoe. I am not gonna lie. For some reason, when I first played Left 4 Dead, I built a whole story arc in my mind for Zoe. And every time I played Left 4 Dead, I was like, I would picture my story arc and would just go with it. Like, I would be in the game playing as Zoe. Nothing against Rochelle. I love Rochelle. But Zoe's the first character I ever played as. So, I love Zoe. I love the way she dresses. And her attitude in the game. Francis is another one. I like his attitude. I like it a lot. But when you get to Left 4 Dead 2, you have funnier characters. Like, oh Lord, I forgot their names already. I'm starting to wonder if I don't have like an early dementia. I'm getting to where I can't remember nothing. The person who voiced Bill died? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't like that. That makes me sad. Final Fantasy, I have played a little bit of that. I'm not even going to try to pretend that I'm good at it. Recently, before I got my Xbox taken away from me, we had Mortal Kombat, the originals, and I don't know if you guys remember this. This is probably going to tell you close to my age. Back in the day, video games were not something like everybody had. And I was little. I mean, I was a little booger. And back in the day, you didn't have, where I live, you didn't have restaurants on every corner. You had a handful, and it was the next town over. So your parents would treat you, like on a Friday night, if you did good in school, you got to go to like Pizza Hut. And back in the day, Pizza Hut had arcades in them. And I'm serious, I was little. I was barely getting around. And I would like tug on my dad, and I'd be like, and the only reason I had to tug on him was I was short, and he would have to like sit me in his lap, and I would play. And some of the first games I ever played was Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. And so now, I mean, I cannot walk into a Pizza Hut and not immediately have memories of when I was just a little bitty squirt. So I can understand that, Daniel. I can completely understand, because it took me forever to get past the old school video games that I played to play the newer ones. And I broke in and played, and right now I'm kind of missing them, because like, for example, there's this trilogy of video games, and they're I'm gonna be honest with you, I might be able to say that they might be my favorite video games. And you're gonna probably think I'm really weird, but the 3 video games that are Succession trilogy is BioShock. BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite. They legitly are my favorites. I don't know why, and I know I'm weird, but they're my favorites. Left 4 Dead is probably right next to that. And then of course you break into like Doom and Oblivion and Skyrim and Fallout and Castlevania. I'm trying to think, there's more in there. I can't believe, Daniel, that he passed away a few years ago. That makes me sad. I remember that Evil. I do. I remember they had like a hunting game, and they had like the Cruising USA game, and but for some reason I was always drawn to like Mortal Kombat, and I always played Mortal Kombat more than I did Street Fighter. And my dad was just like, I don't know why this kid likes this, But I remember that. I remember I was very short. Well, too short to play the game. And I was tall for my age. And I would like I'd pull on my dad's shirt and I'd be like, and he'd be like, okay, and he'd have a pocket full of quarters and he would sit me in his lap and I'd sit on his knee and I would just sit there and play until, dad got tired or the food was ready or something. I miss that. It brings back fond memories of my dad and my mom. My mom's still here, but my dad passed away. And it brings back some to this day when I smell a pizza. Like today when I was working, somebody brought in a Stevie B's pizza, and it was like onions and peppers and I think pepperoni and I don't remember well, but I smelt it and instantly when I smelt it, it brought back that strong memory of Pizza Hut and Friday night and sitting on my dad's knee playing a game. It just instantly it gave me nostalgia right there. Let's see, what have I missed? A lot of people have never played Bioshock. I accidentally discovered Bioshock. My ex thought I was nuts that that was my favorite game. Out of all the games I had played, that was my favorite, and I was just like, zip it, shut your pie hole. I like it, and I'm not gonna feel sorry for it. So, I remember X-Men. That right there brings a lot of memories. Being a '90s kid, I was so little, but I would get home from school and they would have Batman the animated series. They would have Spider-Man. They would have the X-Men series. These kids nowadays just they don't know. My kids will never know. Like I'm trying to show them old school stuff. I mean, like they don't even kids nowadays don't even watch a Sesame Street. I mean, they're missing the count. One, two, I mean, they're missing this. There's a Mortal Kombat game on mobile. I will have to check this out. I do miss the arcade evil. I do too. That was me too. The only reason I do Daniel is where I live. Like I said, there was only a handful of restaurants. So I think at the time when I was 5, I'm gonna say 5, because it was early '90s. No, mid '90s, mid '90s. I was like 5, and I only remember because like we had a pizza, we had a McDonald's, we had a Burger King, a Taco Bell, a Western Sizzlin', and a Denny's, and that's all we had at the time. That's it. When I was little, because it was a small town. It's a very small town when I was a kid, and so that's the only reason why I remember it. And when I was a kid, parents didn't take their kids out to eat every day. It was once a week or once a month. Sometimes this just really depends on their moods. So I only remember that just because. Let's see. I know a lot. Like I said, a lot of kids nowadays just don't know. Really? That's awesome. I would love to have an old school um, arcade. I really would. Okay, I can't really see who all's in the chat. I think it says we have 12 people watching. So, I think that's what it says. Don't forget, okay, we talked about this last night. I guess I need to bring it up while we're in the middle of um, streaming. YouTube and TikTok really look into their algorithm, hitting hitting the subscribe, like, share, and commenting. Even if you're in the live chat, if you can comment and leave a comment, it really does help the algorithm. I don't know what it is, but I've noticed like my comments have went down and my views are starting to go back. So it means I'm not hitting the algorithm. So remember that when you watch your favorite YouTubers to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Comment, 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 comment. Let's see, where we go. Oh, it broke. That's sad. That's like the death of a genre right there. I will agree, Daniel. The 90s was awesome. I'm glad I wasn't born in like 2000s because the 90s was amazing. Great movies, great TV shows, great stuff for kids. The only thing, I don't know if you guys remember it, my mom bought me one. It was in the mid 90s, I think. My mom bought me one. I was probably maybe five-ish. And the parents would make their kids wear windsuits. I don't know what the freaking deal was. It would be wind pants, a t-shirt, and a wind jacket. And you wore that thing like you were going to the Olympics type of attitude. And I look back the other day, I was looking at a picture. I was probably 5, and I had like little pigtails, and I was wearing a windsuit, and I was like, my gosh, that is so bad. So bad. I look at my kids, I'm like, be thankful I don't make you dress like that. You're just wearing jeans and a t-shirt. You're so lucky. It's when you look back, it won't be dated. Ugh. And I don't do pigtails, which I think makes one of my kids sad. She's like, I want the piggy tails. That's interesting. I'm trying to think. My brain just went. Blah, 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 blah. Do you guys want to do horror stories tonight? Because I mean, we already got the ambiance. So, yes. Okay, Daniel, I'm glad you brought that up. The other day, my oldest, who is not close to 10, and any 10, 11, well, she's nowhere near it. Come home. And she's like, Mom, I really think I need a cell phone. I stared at her because I'm like, you do have, like, every old Android phone I've ever had, I kept. And I luckily had enough for each one of my kids. So I was like, I paid off keeping these old phones. I'm like, you do have a cell phone. She's like, no, Mom. I mean, a cell phone. And I'm like, no, you have a cell phone. No, because, like, this is like an old school Android phone. I use it. It's still working, and it's still awesome. It's one of my favorite phones. I use it for everything. Like right now, I'm using my Apple to tape. So, this is my little baby right here. And it has a case to it. I just took it out because somebody spilt water, and there's water all in the case. But anyway, she's like, I want a cell phone. And I'm like, you've got one, you're happy, I'm happy with it. I can still, like, if you have Wi-Fi, I can still video chat you. You're good. We're good. She's like, I want an iPhone. And I'm like, good for you. You're 8. No. No, you're not. You don't need a phone. So I don't understand. Like, I no joke. I went to pick my kids up, and I seen like 6-year-olds running out with iPhones, and I went, I'm how old, and I just now got my first iPhone? Yes. Oh my gosh. Back in the day, my parents' first phone was one of those Nokias that I'm pretty sure could still survive a Holocaust. I mean, not the Holocaust, but the apocalypse. I think my mom still has that Nokia phone. I think it still turns on. Anyway, it's like got the Energizer Bunny, a seal of approval. My first cell phone was a flip phone, and we were awesome because we had flip phones, and then it went from flip phones to the Motorola Razr, and then like the LG Chocolate and all that stuff, and it was. I am so glad everybody in the chat, I think we're all the same age. I really do. So that helps out, that we all can relate. Because, I wish my hair would relate and stop getting in my face. See, well, I said roughly about the same age, okay? Don't make me feel bad here, people. I'm in between you, Outrum, and you, Daniel. I'm in between both of you. So, if that helps. Generation. I think I'm considered a millennial. I think. We shall Google and find out, and then we'll get into horror stories. Hold on a second. What am I? See, Generation Gen Z. Well, maybe. Okay, Generation Z or Gen Z for short are the demographic succeeding millennials and precede Generation Alpha. Hi, Alpha. Okay, then I'm not a Gen Z because I wasn't born in mid to late 90s. So let's look up millennial. I think I'm a millennial. I agree, Daniel. Oh my gosh, when you said I believe I was born in the wrong time, you literally made me think of Filthy Frank. Because he would be like, I was born in the wrong generation. You just made me really think about that. But I think I'm a millennial. Oh, it's like a millennial. No, I would like you to give me the Google work with me. Okay, millennials are born from 1981 to 1996, so I am a millennial. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Daniel, you're like a little bit younger than me, I believe. I still keep everybody guessing. Everybody asks me my age. The other day, I got carded at Walmart for something. I'm not really sure why I got carded. I don't think I look that young, but it made me feel good. I got carded. And then she stared at my son and said, there's just no way that you can have a kid. And I'm like, either you're really being nice or I don't know. Wait a minute, your video is suitable for all advertisers. Which video? Oh, it better not be this one. This one better be suitable. Okay, okay guys. Last night's live stream got flagged and said I couldn't get monetized for it. And I tried to fight it and it looks like I won, so so there we go. Right, yeah, that was last night's. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to read all the, because sometimes people will send me messages and they're asking questions that they want me to address on the live stream, and sometimes I don't. So I'm trying to. I'm not sure why it got flagged. I think it got flagged because we kept putting links to like horror movies in the chat, and I think YouTube got its panties in a one. I don't know. YouTube gets really mad at me for a lot of stuff. I just try to roll with it. So we'll just roll with it, I guess. Of course, I can't say that I rolled with it because I fought it. So okay, stop blowing on me. It's cold, and it's got rain in it. Stop. Like I said, I think Voldemort sent his curse down here. YouTube is, to me, very upsetting. For some reason, I'm raging a war right now with my subscriber count. I have fluctuated from 5,000 to 4,400 to 5,000, back down to 4,800, then 4,870, 4,900. I mean, it's just all over the place. I'm kind of getting fed up. I really am. I wish YouTube would quit screwing with me, but I guess I should be glad that they haven't taken my channel away, so. Alright, are you guys interested in a long story or like just 2-sentence horror stories? Because 2 sentences we can do a whole lot more and discuss more than if we don't. So. I hope YouTube don't. I don't know what I would do. That's something I was afraid of. I changed my password on my YouTube channel and locked it down as hard as I can because a lot of YouTubers just had a scare about getting hacked, And I think I commented on somebody that is considered a hacker. And I sat there for like a month just sweating that I would get hacked and lose my channel. Also, my ex had my password and full access to my Google account, and he had just recently figured out how to delete his YouTube channel. So I said on pins and needles before I changed my password that he would delete my channel just to pay me back. So that's very true, Daniel. Pre 2005, it was we watched like Dish and cable companies, and then internet slowly started getting introduced to us. So it's very plausible, Daniel. I'm not being mean. I was always more mature than the kids I was in school with. Uh, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I did read something interesting, and this is totally horror related. Okay. I am a big fan of Romero. I love Romero zombie films. Fascinated with them. I just heard a rumor that apparently there was a script that Romero was messing around with before he passed away, and somebody is going to bring it to life. I don't know how I feel about it because now that Romero's gone, I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm scared because I don't know. Do you guys watch Romero? Or have you? Like for me, I've seen all the Romero films. I remember the first time I got to watch Night of the Living Dead. And then I watched the remake that Tom Savini directed. Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, and I pretty much stop at Land of the Dead. The last two, Diary of the Dead and Survivor of the Dead. I don't like those. But if you have seen all of Romero's zombie films, what is your favorite Romero zombie film? I shall wait, because this is a topic I like to talk about. I shall wait. But I know they're all good. But what's your favorite? I must know. You must tell me what your favorite is. Did you see the black and white Night of the Living Dead or the colored version? Because the black and white one was directed and written by Romero. But the color, oh my goodness, something just blew my eyeball. I'm okay. The remake, okay, let me explain the remake, because I love the remake. Oh my gosh, something is in my eye and it hurts really bad. Oh. I think I got it. There we go. Give me a second. Oh, okay, there we go. I got it out. The color version is actually directed by Tom Savini. Tom Savini did the special effects for 90% of Romero's zombie films. So I'm torn. I love the original Night of the Living Dead black and white version because it introduced to us the non-traditional zombie, not the just walk around and everything. They were just more normal looking because it was the beginning. But I do love Tom Savini's Night of the Living Dead. I mean, I do. Night of the Living Dead will always have a soft spot for me. But my favorite, and I hopefully can explain why without Gale Force winds in my face, is Dawn of the Dead. I remember the first time I ever watched Dawn of the Dead, may have been in college, the beginning, like when I first started college. And a guy I was dating at the time, uh, yes, not Candyman, his name is, if you wouldn't have said Candyman, I would remember his name. Tony Todd. Tony Todd, yes. Candyman was in Tom's version. He was amazing. Amazing. Um, but I was dating this guy in college, and he worked in the journalism department, and I worked in the library slash speech. That's where I worked. And we got done with our work at college. We got done with our classes, and he was like, "Let's go to the journalism department and let's watch a movie." And I was like, "Okay, let's go." And he put on Dawn of the Dead, the extended version, and oh my goodness, I don't know what it is about Dawn, but I love Dawn of the Dead. It's my favorite. I love Night of the Living Dead because it's the beginning. It's how it started. It's the beginning of the pandemic of zombies. It's the very first of its kind. And, well, not first of its kind, but Romero brought to life zombies. But Dawn, now each Romero film has more of an agenda going on with political statements and so forth and so on. But I don't know what it is. I just love Dawn of the Dead. I don't know why, but it's my favorite. Day of the Dead has a very somber feel. It's a hopeless feeling, and that bothers me. I don't know what it is, but it bothers me. And one of my favorite scenes in Dawn is they're flying in a helicopter trying to find somewhere to safe, and they stop to fuel. And I think they call it the Frankenstein zombie. But you can tell where they put a prosthetic on his head, sort of. It's kind of squared. And the helicopter blades chop off the top of his head, and just blood starts pouring down, and he falls over. I don't know what it is, but it's very iconic. Also, in Dawn, it's the first time in a horror film that a child is a zombie and gets shot. I know Walking Dead likes to pretend like they're the first, but it wasn't. It was Dawn. So, anyway. I love Day of the Dead. It just feels so hopeless. That's the only thing I can't get past. Land of the Dead was probably the end of it for me, because Diary and the rest of them weren't. But Outrun, I agree. I do love Stephen King. What's your favorite Stephen King book? We're gonna start with that one. Favorite Stephen King book. I don't know if you're still in the chat or not. You're talking about like the Old School Monsters TV show? I watched that all the time when I was a kid. Oh my gosh, Daniel. Yes, The Shining book is my favorite. It is my favorite. We're not going to talk about Tim Burton and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Don't do it to me. I watched the Old School TV show when I was a kid. I watched it all the time. I watched that. I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, all them old school ones I watched when I was a kid. I was one of those weird kids that watched old school stuff. Now that you mentioned your favorite book, what is your favorite Stephen King movie? I'll go ahead and leave that you can add Stanley Kubrick's Shining, even though it's more of his story than Stephen King's. But that was really good. I will have to say, for me, it's a toss-up between the original It and the Stand miniseries. The original, both. I have to say original now because they're fixing the new. Wow, they said it was supposed to get bad tonight. They weren't joking. I don't know. It's a kind of a cross between, for me. I love the original It and the Stephen King, the Stand miniseries. I don't know. Both were done very well, and both I grew up with. So I straight up love both of them. What saddened me was Stephen King had his hands in making the the Shining miniseries. I think it was on for TNT, and I was so excited to hear that because I mean, Shining, Stephen King is um, involved in this. This is going to be good, and I don't know. I didn't like the casting choice, and there was some hokiness that really bothered me. It seems like poor Stephen King. I don't know, but I think a lot of people are checking out of the chat. I have a funny feeling other chats have taken, or other live streams have taken over. So I don't know if I need to call it quits. Everybody, raise your hand if you're still in the chat, because the numbers keep fluctuating. I agree, Daniel. Tim Curry was amazing as Pennywise. Okay. Okay, if you guys are still here, then I will keep going. Unless you guys are busy. If you guys are busy, I can stop. I don't mind. I am here. I'm freezing. I'm tired. I had a doctor's appointment for my kids, and we had to sit in the waiting room for a while, and I just propped my head back, and I was out. I hope I wasn't snoring in the waiting room. The only reason I woke up is when my kids was like, "Hey, mommy," and scared me to death. I literally thought I had died because I was sleeping so good. I never used to be the person that could just be sitting there and go, but that is now me. Ooh. This is... I think Pennywise is in the storm. Oh no, it makes me think of The Stand in the miniseries. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. I just watched it the other day, so I'm thinking of it. It's like Mother Abigail, and she's like, "That's a storm! His storm!" And every time the wind blows, I'm like, makes me think of that. So, alright. Let's see what we got here. We got somebody sent me a link for 2-sentence horror stories. So, I do too. I'm going to be honest with you, Daniel. Before I started this new job, I couldn't sleep in my bed on a good night. Now I could just be like talking to you and be like, Boggs, you're in the chat. Yay. Lily Wise. Yeah, for reals. Whew, it's getting cold. I should have brought a blanket out. First of all, tuck the sleeves in. Get comfy. Let's do this. Quit blowing on me. Don't like it. It's cold and not right. Alright, here we go. Crack the fingers. Evil, you are always babysitting. I'm so sorry. It's cute, but I just feel so bad because I know there's stuff that you need to get done and you're always babysitting. According to my numbers, I see 12, but that's probably because I'm in the raw, I'm in YouTube Studio, so I can see what's going on while the live stream's going on. Yes, I'm sorry. Is the wind blowing too hard in the microphone? Because I probably shorten the stand and get it closer. Hopefully, shorten the stand and get it closer. I didn't even think about the winds probably blowing that microphone. Like I said, I didn't really think about the weather when I did this. I should have done it inside. And I'm too terrified to try to take it inside because I'm going to have to hold everything and try to lug it in. And if I stop the stream, it could cause damage. But yeah, I'm in YouTube Studio, so I'm seeing everybody not everybody, I can see the numbers of people who are in. Is it real bad? Is it like bad enough that you can't hear me? Let's see. Let me see what I got. Let's see what I got. Hold on. Hold on. I just cut myself on something. What the? Nosferatu, go back to bed. I've got a towel here, but it's hung up in this. What in the world? There's like an axe or saw on the porch. I think I just cut myself on a rusty saw. Joy. Yeah, I think it's starting to blow it, so hold on a second. It is powerful, so let's see what we can do. I'm afraid it's going to cover up the lights, though. Look at my hair. I got like this terrible cowlick. Meh. No, there's no blood on the saw. I almost got my finger really good enough to have blood on the saw. See? Okay. Hold on. Let's see if we can do this. Let's try that, guys. It does block some of the light. I'm sorry. But, well, I just stuck my body right up into the camera. Sorry. That's not what my goal was. Okay. See if this works, because the wind's blowing pretty strong right now. It's going to block some of the light, so we just kind of dimmed the live stream a little bit, but it will be all good. Boggs, we were just talking about Romero and Stephen King. Ooh, it's moody. Yeah, I didn't notice that. It is kind of moody. Interesting. We have a mood setting here. Can you guys still hear me good? Because I did cover up the microphone a good bit, so I'm terrified. No, it sort of sounds like this. I got like a terrible cowlick. I'm kind of glad the light's going, because you know you can't see my cowlick anymore. I do. What is your favorite barker? Now that we brought up another topic, what is your favorite? I love Romero, but first let's start off. Wait, what's your favorite Romero film? I have to wait. I'm sorry. Quit blowing. Gonna knock the whole stand off. I know it, and then I'm gonna like lose everything. I'm gonna pull it closer to me because I'm scared. I'm gonna lose my. Kevin just stuck something up high enough over the fence. Scared the poodle out of me. But what is your favorite Romero? Because I told mine earlier, so I'll wait and see what yours is. Your favorite Romero? I will agree, his older stuff had the most division. I will agree with you on that one. Just Kevin, the live stream says, you need to go back to bed, you're drunk. I think he just fell. I hope he's okay. I honestly didn't think I'd scare him that bad. Yeah, I think he just flipped me off. Okay. Yeah, I think I like the, chunk people bounce. It's okay, he just flipped me off, so we're all good. He must be okay. Yeah, I scared him. I don't think he expected me to address him. Didn't Barker do, oh man, I forgot the name of it. Oh, it's not Hellraiser. What was it? Drunk people float too. Oh, no. I forgot what it's a Clive. I've seen it. Nightbreed. I was thinking of Nightbreed. They just did a director's version, and I haven't got to see it yet. I got to see the old school, and it's cold out here. So I want to see the director's cut because Nightbreed was something I always kind of liked. Face, behave, y'all. I don't need my live stream flagged tonight like it was last night. Behave. Also, if you're tuning in, subscribe, like, share, and if you don't want to chat in the live chat, do me a favor and leave a comment. Comments help the algorithm with YouTube, so we can show YouTube that so there we go. Oh, I hadn't heard that, but I'm interested. I guess. Let's see how they can ruin it for me. I did like Nightbreed. So, but I heard Nightbreed did not get good reviews, but they said the director's version got great reviews. So I need to watch that one. And I keep telling you guys I'm going to start reading horror stories, and I get sidetracked and talking about movies. I love talking about movies. I really do. It's one of my things. I love talking about music and movies, and I will get sidetracked every time. So, okay, please stop blowing. It's cold. Ooh, no, don't you knock my stand over. Bad wind, bad. You're drunk. Go home. Go back to the Gulf. All right, here we go. So somebody sent me a link on Instagram, and it is 150. I agree, Boggs. As long as I don't do any of that, it should be good for me. So it may have a chance. You never know. But it's 150 two-sentence horror stories. I'm sorry, I'm really cold right now, so I'm like, this is the best it's gonna get. This is my enthusiasm. I feel like I'm doing a Filthy Frank ad. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, I need to stop being goofy. I'm supposed to be scary and set the mood for horror. Okay, 1. I begin tucking him into bed, and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed staring at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed." As a parent, that is quite alarming. If I was to go in there and be like, "Oh, you don't have monsters in your room," and look under the bed and find my original child telling me, I don't know. All right, let's go to number 2. The doctors told the amputee he might experience a phantom limb from time to time. Nobody prepared him for the moments, though, when he felt the cold fingers brush across his phantom hand. That's a little disturbing there. I sometimes feel cold fingers on my real limbs, so... Oh my. I've got twins. My twins would probably legitly do that to me. I'm serious. I do too. The other day, I was in Walmart, and I have this habit. I put my son in the buggy, and every time I start to like have to bend down or reach up to get something, I'll put my hand on his kneecap and like tightly hold his kneecap or his ankle. So as I'm reaching for stuff, I still have a grip on him. And my mom one time asked me, she's like, "Why do you do that?" And I said, "It's just a kind of a habit." And sure enough, the next time we went to Walmart, I grabbed hold of his ankle and reached, I think, down to get something. And this guy come over and I guess was trying to gesture to him to come with him. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm usually not a violent person, but I had my, what did I have in my, I had like this, I guess it was my cell phone. It was my cell phone and something else, and I just whacked him upside the head and was like, "You don't touch my kid." And he skedaddled, but I told my mom, I said, guess that's why I always grab a hold of him, because you're going to have to pry him out of my dead hands. So, oops, somebody messaged me. Hold on a second. Smack that bell. Smack it. Smack it hard. There we go. I don't have sweet tea tonight. I have Kool-Aid. I'm like bringing it back old school. We got that little fat Kool-Aid man dancing across the screen now. So, okay, anyway, I'm not supposed to be joking. I'm supposed to be serious. This is horror, not comedy. We're not going comedy tonight. All right, number 3. I can't move, breathe, speak, or hear. It is so dark all the time. If I knew it would be this lonely, I would have been cremated instead. That's just I don't I'm being Have. I'm always being Have. I can't help it that you're not being Have. Kool-Aid. Do you remember those old school commercials of Kool-Aid? The Kool-Aid man would bust through the wall and be like, "Hey!" For some reason, I can't drink a glass of Kool-Aid without thinking of that guy. All right, number 4. Don't be scared of the monsters. Just look for them. Look to your left. Look to your right. Under your bed, behind your dresser. In your closet. But never look up. She hates being seen. Well, I'm not going to look up anymore. Yeah, not anymore. I'm going to pull those covers over my head. Night out, Rum. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, yeah. Never look up. All right, number 5. I woke up to hear knocking on glass. At first, I thought it was the window, until I heard it come from the mirror again. Well, I'm not going to look at the mirror right tonight. Thank goodness we're not inside near mirrors. I knew that girl staring back at me. There was something wrong with her. I'm watching you now. All right, number 6. They celebrated the first successful cryogenic freezing. He had no way of letting them know he was still conscious. Dude, I feel so sorry for you. To be just, of course, I'm gonna be honest with you. If he's being cryogenically frozen, he'll end up dying from the cold, right? So, it's. Really, he had his own Marvel comic book series? I'm googling that one later. All right, number 7. She wondered why she was casting 2 shadows. After all, there was only one single light bulb. That's true. All right, that one I don't know. I didn't much like that one. Anyway, number 8. It sat on my shelf with thoughtless porcelain eyes and the prettiest pink doll dress I could find. Why did she have to be born still? I hate stories like that. Don't like it. I also don't like dolls, so that's just... Anyway, just gonna go on. Number 9. The grinning face stared at me from the darkness beyond my bedroom window. I live on the 14th floor. Now see, that bothers me because I don't like things staring at me through the window. I'm like, I'm serious. The sun starts going down, the windows get closed. I can't. I can't do it. I'm gonna have to go on off of that one. That one just got, ugh. And I'm also sitting outside. It's like one giant window. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. Also makes me look at dolls even worse now. Porcelain dolls are, and for some reason my grandmother and one of my ex's grandmother always got me porcelain dolls. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, Furby things are already creepy, but not to have batteries and talk. All right, no, all right, Satan, we're getting burnt later. All right, number 10. There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone. Oh, that's creepy. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Ugh. Yes, dolls, clowns. I don't know. Dolls and clowns legitly, I mean, I'm not deathly scared of them, but they bother me. I mean, bother me. Bad. Anyway, number 11. My girlfriend asked why I was breathing so heavily. I wasn't. My mind didn't go horror on that one. At all. Yep, it's time to go to bed, Lily. Ice cream trucks get you? Yeah, apparently the clown crisis is making uprising in 2020 as well. So I didn't think of Panting Dog. I'm thinking of like a pervert in the room with them, or her boyfriend's playing a joke on her. By the way, I digress and go on. Number 12. Working the night shift alone tonight. There's a face in the... Spell right, darn you. Anyway, try that again. Working the night shift alone tonight. There's a face in the cellar staring at the security camera. See, this is why I don't work the night shift or the third shift anymore, just because of stories like that. Let's see. Number 13. They delivered the mannequins in bubble wrap. From the main room, I began to hear popping. Yeah, more clowns in 2020. Yay. Okay, this story here made me laugh and horrified me at the same time. Mannequins are uber creepy, in my opinion. I wasn't a guard on the night shift, but back when I was in college, I worked second and thirds at a hotel at the front desk. And so you're watching security cameras and you're watching people and so forth and so on. So I've got some horror stories from back in the day, so... Hey, Aisha, how are you? But for some reason, when I heard of the bubble wrap popping, I started thinking of Weird Al Yankovic, White Nerdy, get freaky with bubble wrap, pop, pop, pop. I think I should have done comedy tonight instead of horror, because I've got the monkey shines again. All right, number 14. What? You wake up. She doesn't. Now, see, I would reverse that. I wake up. He didn't. Sorry. Made me think of exes like, hey, you wake up, but she doesn't. I'll reverse it for me tonight. All right, number 15. She asked what? I just read that one. Why do you have it again? I hate when they do that. Okay. Number 16. You get home tired after a long day of work and ready for a relaxing night alone. You reach for the light switch, but another hand is already there. To be quite frank, if I got home and I was tired from a long day at work and I plan on relaxing and I go to hit the light switch and somebody else touches my hand and they don't live there and pay rent, they're going to get karate chopped right in the jugular. Just that's just how I feel after I get off work. Don't mess with me. Yeah. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you. Let's see. Number 18. Day 312. Internet still not working. That's the most horrific story I've ever heard. You cannot take away my internet. No. I'm joking. Let's see. Go. Yes, go for the throat or go for the balls. Yes. I'm sorry, you don't pay rent and you're bothering me after I get off work. You're going to get it. All right, let's see. Number 19. You start to drift off into a comfortable sleep when you hear your name being whispered, but you live alone. Okay. I have troubles enough sleeping. Don't whisper at me when I'm trying to sleep. Or again, throat or balls. So that's how I'm going to feel. I don't want you to... Okay. Number 20. My wife woke me up last night to tell me there was an intruder in our house. She was murdered by the intruder 2 years ago. Ooh, it's a death echo. That's creepy. I could honestly say, to be honest with you, if I heard my name being called, I would immediately assume it's Voldemort, and he would definitely get karate chopped. Because I'm just going to be honest with you. Anybody that's going to whisper at me at 2 in the morning is no friend of mine. And so I'm not going to be scared. You're just going to probably die a horrible death. I take that back. My kids wake me up in the middle of the night. That doesn't bother me too bad. I'm just like, what? No, there's no... You want water? Here, I got a bottle right here. Just get a sip and go back. Now, if it's anybody else, Voldemort's going to get it. I snorted. I think I hurt my throat. I say, or I ate a hair. It's very plausible. I ate my own hair. All right, what's this one? I don't get this one, but maybe you guys will get it, so I'll just go ahead and read it. I'm doing really good. I'm tired. I worked a really long day. And then I got off work and had to go to a doctor's appointment for the kids. Stopped by and got dinner tonight. I cheated and almost fell asleep again. One of my kids popped me in the head and said, "Aren't you live streaming tonight?" And I went, "Uh-huh." So my kids woke me up for it. That's why I was about 5 minutes late. But I made it. Bills. I am here. All right, number 21. I need to quickly run an SQL command to update a single row in a Oracle DB table at work. To my horror, it came back with 2,378,231 rows affected. I'm sure I'm supposed to be scared at this point of this, but I don't get it, so I'm going to go on. You guys can leave comments if you got that one. I didn't. All right. Number 22. Oh my gosh, this one's going to get me because this reminds me of my childhood. You're laying in bed and your feet dangle out of the covers. You feel a hand grab your feet. That bothers me because back when I was a kid, it was just common knowledge nothing hung out of the covers. And one night I begged my mom, I was like, Mom, tell me a horror story. And my mom had like the scariest stinking horror stories ever. And she told me about the under the bed and up the wall monster. And I'm like, oh, what's that? And she went, it's this creature that has 7 rows of moving teeth. And if anything's hanging out of the blankets, it just gets lobbed off. My mind went into 50 million directions. Like if your head's hanging out of the covers, if your hair, if your arms, your legs, a shirt. And she's like, the only way to kill it is to throw it in the garbage disposal, which we don't have. I'm like, well, I'll just get a knife and chop it up. No, there'll be a bunch of them running around. So for some reason, I grew up, and to this day, I do not sleep with anything hanging out of the covers. Like I'll get hot in the middle of the night and stick my leg out and go and pull it back in. You know, like that one meme where you're like, you flip the covers off and they show you you shivering, and you flip the covers back on and you're burning. So you stick your leg out and all of a sudden you see like a creature and you go, that's me. Oh, I was wondering if that's what it meant, is that it was a technical thing about repairing something, and that was a lot of repairs, so I could see the horror in that. But I wasn't quite sure if my mind was accurate on that one. All right, number 23. The funeral attendees never came out of the catacombs. Something locked the crypt door from the inside. I feel bad for these people because apparently the family member that they're now burying in the crypt has got some final last words, and now they're all locked in the catacombs together. All I can tell you, my friend, is Hail Mary full of grace and all that stuff. I feel sorry for you. I hope you didn't make Grandpappy too mad. Number 24. I've already read that one. Why do you keep repeating yourself? Number 25. The officer finally got back to me. The call was coming from inside the house. That one is very stereotypical. I feel sad for that one because it makes me think of When a Stranger Calls. There's a lot of horror movies that do that, and it's like, I don't know. Don't be so cliche on me. Think outside the box. Okay. Number 26. I was having a pleasant dream when what sounded like hammering awoke me. After that, I could barely hear the muffled sound of dirt covering the coffin over my own screams. You know, I've come to the conclusion I don't want to be buried after I die. I want to literally sit in a room for 3 days to make sure that I'm dead. Don't leave. Stay here. We'll make you laugh or scare you. These are some fun stories, so I would stick around. Because, I mean, I just had a funny one a minute ago. So, stay here and let us... Oh... I don't... All right. Number 27. The last man on earth sat alone in a room. There was a knock on the door. Well, I guess he ain't the last man on earth anymore, is he? Or if he is and he's 100% sure. Run, my friend, run. Number 28. After working a hard day, I came home to see my girlfriend. We're going to skip that one. That one's a little too graphic for me. Number 29. You hear your mom calling you into the kitchen. As you're heading down the stairs, you hear a whisper from the closet saying, "Don't go down there, honey. I heard it too." Y'all live in some pretty creepy butt houses, y'all. Whispering intruders hiding under beds. Y'all, what community do you live in? Oh, the last Neanderthal. Just looking around. Oh. Let's see. I think I'll do one more, and we might call it a night because it's getting late and I got to work again tomorrow. I got to be up early. I don't want to. I don't want to people no more. I don't want to. So we'll read a couple more and then we shall call it a night. Oh, this one's, whew. I guess I'll read it because everybody was telling me last night that I was too uptight about some of the stories. So I guess I'll go ahead and read it. Number 30. Officer, I just looked away for a second and my baby was gone. I sobbed helplessly. Ah, that's better. I sound much more convincing this time, I thought with a smile as I finally picked up the phone to call the police. Oh my gosh, Daniel, I'm gonna be honest with you. If anybody doesn't know what a Neanderthal is, I feel bad for them because I think everybody knows what a Neanderthal is. Caveman, Neanderthal, you know, people that were before us. That's true. It still bothers me though. Alright, one more, guys. This one's like some overthinking right here. I never go to sleep, but I keep waking up. That kind of sounds like me today. I'm not going to sleep, Mom. I'm not asleep, okay? Quit griping at me. I'm not asleep. Oh my goodness, this I gotta read this one. Nurse's note. Born 7 pounds 10 ounces, 18 inches long, 32 fully formed teeth, silent, always smiling. And on that note, I feel so sorry for the parents. Feel sorry for the parents. Could you just imagine this newborn little baby? Oh, guys. Well, I think I'm going to start calling that a night because it's getting late. I got to work and there's like 3 other live streams going on. So everybody's I keep getting messages that they're trying to bounce between both of them. And I feel like I'm being unfair. Even though I announced that I was going to live stream Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, way before everybody else announced it. But hey, it's okay. I did do it 3 days in a row. Dang it! It would not be fun. It's creepy. You're joking. 18 pounds and 7 ounces. Bless that mama. She is one hearty woman. And what did she eat? I just heard somebody yelling and it was in front of me. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to call it a night. We're starting to have some spooky weirdness going on again. And, oh, okay. Bless that one. But anyway, guys, if you're still alive in the chat, don't forget to hit, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Even if you've been in the live chat, leave a comment because it helps out the algorithms. You can find me always on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, email, or TikTok. I'm on every one of them and you can always find me. I have a PayPal account. If you feel like donating, you can spread that word around as well. Guys, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday live streams have been wonderful. The only way these things could get better is if you guys were sitting right here live streaming with me. So, good night, everyone. I love you guys. Stay safe. Stay warm or cold, whichever one you prefer. Stay hydrated, and I will try to vlog on Twitter and Instagram tomorrow and Sunday. Fingers crossed we will have some new videos next week, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the live chats for those videos. Good night. I love you, and I'm giving you hugs from a distance, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.